All right, guys, here we are. We're about to start this live here. I'm at Meyer getting ready to do a shopping order, but I have to do exactly what that said because this is Meyer was exactly where I was, but we got to start with this way.
Brett Jasper's now chasing Bobby Knight back to his chair. And he's got him right there. There's the tee. Technical against the bench and against Bob Knight.
Yep, starting the day with a T. Yep. I had a $25 shopping order here at Meyer earlier, and they were out of 7 items. The first thing is the customer ordered rotisserie chicken, which they don't make until noontime, but they ordered it at like 6:30 in the morning. So that already was a bad sign right there and a red flag. And then there was another item that they needed 3 of that the store didn't even have in stock and didn't even have a tag for. So, so that was the reason right there. If they didn't have a tag, that ruins the one thing because that's 3 items, and then it ruins the other one because they would have asked for refunds. That would have been times 3, so the shopping order would have been a complete disaster. So I had to unassign it, and I lost $25 on account of it. So, all right, well, I'm going to go here and shop for items at Meyer real quick. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I should return shortly. I only need 11 items. I know it's all what's on there. Be right back. All right. Okay, well, that shopping order wasn't so bad. That's a way to start it. Well, they had 4 jugs of water, but that's all right. I don't know why they didn't bag this, but maybe I'll put this in with the, or is that going to be too heavy? I don't know, it might not be. I mean, you don't mix food with cleaner, but you can put it with a toy. All right. Hey, Luke, welcome in. Yeah, you don't have snow. All right. Sorry, guys. I was shopping there, but I appreciate everybody being here. Yep, we started with a terrible order earlier that I had to unassign and lose $25 order, but that's all right. Welcome in, everybody. We're now back, and we're on the road here, about to take this Meyer order to a customer. So let's find out where we're going.
Drive east and turn right.
Yeah, the reason why I had the thumbnail the way I was because of the big, we got the big match tonight. Illinois versus Indiana in dashing style over in Rushville tonight. So that's the reason why I had the thumbnail the way it is. And plus, this is the month, where I did play that, where the famous, or some people call it the infamous, chair throwing incident that Bob Knight did back in February 23rd of 1985. So that's the reason why I used that. And of course, it was the controversial call that, as you can see, I have London Bradley in there that, made that foul call that really shouldn't have been called a foul. It was it was supposed to be a jump ball, and it was. There was no reason for a foul to be called there. AJRA Big Black Army, I said, well, I mean, I gotta tell you, I like this channel accepts all countries, all nationalities, all walks of life. This channel accepts everybody. Okay? And that's the way it is. That's the way it's always been. As a matter of fact, when I was shopping in there, one of the best songs I think I heard in a while from Eric Clapton. I mean, I know it has to do with love and all that, but his song was called Change the World. And I think if we, did a little bit with the lyrics of that, I think if everybody had a feeling that they could change the world, because, yeah, this is where I need to go anyway. This is the way I needed to go. Anyway, yeah, it's a band. Oh, yeah. It's a band. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a band. I don't know if I've heard it, but yeah, world's smallest violin. Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah. Now, I haven't really heard that. I haven't really been into music that much because I've been so busy with with this and with my W-2 and all that. I just really haven't been into that. But the world's smallest violin. Ooh, that's awesome. But music. Oh, I absolutely love music. I absolutely do. Music's always been my thing. That's why I say, when I heard that song in there, I was like, man, if we all could figure out a way to change the world, like the song says, I would be the sunlight in your universe, and, you would think my love is really something good. If everybody felt that way, think of what this world would be. I mean, it's generally used, in a love situation, but I really think we could do it in a way, if we just really think about it, if we all really felt that way, then we would all learn to get along. That's what I really believe. You should listen to them. All right, well, I mean, when I get a chance, I will definitely take a look. I definitely will. Okay. Yeah, they wanted me to go a different way, but I wasn't going to go that way. I was going to go this way because it's faster to go this way than the way they wanted me to go. Yeah, sometimes you can't listen to this GPS. This GPS will tell you to do something and it takes more time. That's the whole thing about this. You don't want to lose time. You don't want to lose time. You don't want to lose a shopping rate, all because of stupid rules. I mean, I understand about the on time because, there are those that may be lackadaisical when they're on the road and think that they can get to a customer when they feel like it. Well, it doesn't work that way, but it's different with the shopping rate. There was no reason for me to lose $25 on account that there was 7 items that were not there, and one item I could not, when they say, well, show the shelf where the item wasn't, the clerk that I talked to said they didn't even carry that item. So if they don't carry the item, then how, if they don't carry the item, then how can I take a picture of the shelf? That would have been times 3 of a loss on that one part of the shopping rate, which would have put me under, the minimum. And I can't do that. And then it would also been, I would have been also under 99% on the substitution because there wouldn't have been any substitution. So I would have lost on that too. So I had to unassign the order. That was $25 down the drain because of some stupid policy, that they say an unstocked store is the dasher's fault. Yeah. That's the thing. An unstocked store is still the dasher's fault because they feel like the dasher should be, that customer that ordered that is the only customer that's entitled to that product. That's the thinking. That's what it is. And that's unfair to us dashers. If the store doesn't have something, they don't have something. I mean, does the AI understand the sold out means? If it's sold out and it's not stocked yet, then yeah. 80 in Cali, it's only 20 here. Yeah, it's only 20 here. But later this week, Heat Miser is going to pay a visit, and it's going to be in the 40s, and a lot that you see right here is going to be melting down. Yeah. That's why we've got today the Heat Miser Challenge. We got 3 gig tubers. We've got BPD Hustler, Mom Dog, and Dirty Stack and Deb. All 3 of them, if we can get all 3 of them to 500 today, we will have a major drawing. Okay. Yep, right here.
USA is on the left.
Okay. All right, it's going to take me a couple trips to get this, so that's all right. All right, guys, let me go drop this off. I'll be right back. I gotta deliver this water first and then come back. Probably would be better if I put that in here, because I mean, I shouldn't put that with the toy. It should have already been in this bag anyway. All right. All right. Any single older ladies in the chat? Oh, let me take a look here, Hollywood. Let's see. As of now, I don't think so. Usually some of them in blue will will stop pop in, but none of them have popped in yet. So, but I mean, I can tell you a couple, but I don't think they're looking right now. But I know of at least two, but they're not looking. So they already mentioned on the air that they're not looking, but I can give you a couple of examples. Yeah. Jack Sculptor Train Adventures, welcome in. Yeah, you talk about adventures. Last night's dash, if you have not seen it, the three-way dash between Northwestern and Maryland and Penn State. You want to see an adventurous dash? You need to take a look at that. That was quite a dash. Let me tell you, that was quite a dash. Yeah. Now I know Hollywood, there is one that I know that definitely is single, but she will not want me to reveal her, so I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if it's okay for you to ask, but I can't, as respect to her, I cannot, I cannot say. Let's see, which way am I going? Yeah, I can go this way because it turns into Taurus. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. All right. But yeah. Okay. I mean, as much as I want to help you out with that, because I'm not a Chuck Woolery or a Jim Lang or a Jeff McGregor. Okay, I'm not that. But but I mean, if you find somebody that's in the chat here or someone that I recommend, and you find someone there, then more power to you. Yeah. I mean, can it happen? Well, absolutely it can. But, that's not what this channel technically really is for. Okay. I probably better let them through. I don't know why this person's parked here anyway. I don't think you're supposed to park on the side of the street. Yeah. But like I said, Hollywood, there is someone I know. I don't know what age bracket you're looking for. But yeah. But I mean, like I said, there's someone that, that would be, but I cannot reveal who that is. So, hey, Fran, welcome in. Yeah. You see my thumbnail, Fran? You see what I started out as? Starting with a T and a loss of $25, all on account of a stupid shopping order that they were out of 7 items. You couldn't even find the tag of one of the items because they didn't even carry that item. So that would have just absolutely destroyed my shopping rate. And there's no, I'm not going to, I mean, yes, it's $25. It's a lot of money, but at the same time, it's not worth losing my shopping rate because, your shopping rate can give you $50, $40, orders down the line. And, something like that. I mean, I hate to lose $25, but at the same time, it's ridiculous, of what they're asking to do. Yeah. That's why I got London Bradley saying, it's still, it's still DJ's fault that the store is unstocked. We still have to punish him because, that customer is the only customer that's allowed to have that product. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, let me go ahead and thank you for that, Fran. So let me go ahead and do that here real quick. Oh, I better charge this. Yeah, I better charge this phone up since I'm waiting for an order. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I better do that real quick. All right, there we go. All right, let me do that for you, Fran. I appreciate what you do for me all the time. After all, you were the one that got me to 1K that day, and we are going to have that rematch when this contest is done. Yep. Okay. All right, so now what I think I need to do, since I'm charging this up here, gotta wait here, hold on. Okay, now that I got Uber Shop and Deliver, I'm going to go ahead and turn Uber on. I just might get a Shop and Deliver with Uber here. We'll see. It was Uber last night that was the really big game changer. I mean, there was a guy that ordered, the original offer was $14 for Uber for a pizza that was delivered to a trucking firm. And, you know, where trucks come and go, I think it's a FedEx area or something like that. And anyway, it started out as $14. And then he just gave me extra tips throughout the night, and I ended up with $26 just for that one order. The very only order that I get, only Uber order that I get in Rushville is an order that that gives me $26 when it's originally $14, and that's why Penn State got the score they got last night. And that's why I put they dominated, the Nittany Lions dominated the home of the Lions, which is exactly what it was, and it just makes sense, and it was absolutely perfect. Yep. $26, they gave me, like, it's $2 base pay. He gave me a $24 in tips. But it was because it's all about being personable. It's about, showing showing that you really appreciate the person for what they do. And it seems like ever since I've had Uber, I've made more tips on Uber than I have on DoorDash. And that's why I had used that short. It pays to talk to your customers. It pays to speak to the to the Ring doorbells. Or, anytime you drop off an order, there could be a camera sitting on the roof. There could be a camera in a tree. There could be a camera in somebody's car. You don't know where cameras are. But if you always say you appreciate, a customer's business, and you appreciate them paying your bills, which you don't exactly tell them, but that's an inadvertent thing you're really saying to them, that's what you get. Hey, all right. Now, where is this going? All right, McDonald's, which one? King Street. Yeah, all right. It's going to the King Street one. Wonderful.
Drive north.
All right.
Then, in 300 feet.
All right. It's all good. I'll go up there. I already turned one dumb order down today, because we're not in a contest right now. I can turn orders down. And I had to turn a bad one order today. I had a $2. They offered me $2.80 Taco Bell to go 7 miles, and I said, absolutely not. You can take that $2.80 and you can send somebody else over there, because I ain't taking that offer. Yeah, all this stuff right here, boy. I haven't been to Franklin in a while, and now I see why. Maybe I'm glad I never came back here, when they had that snow. But Heat Miser is supposed to be making an appearance this week and trying to get rid of all this. So, that's why I've got Heat Miser on that thumbnail, for if we can get all 3 of those today at 500. Boy, that was they could have turned that car over when they did that. That wasn't very good. But anyway, if we can get all 3 of those to 500 today by 8 o'clock tonight, there will be a very special drawing for all of the members. I said, thank you. I figured they're standing on their side of the front door. I said, yeah, but well, I mean, that's a great thing to do, Fran. I mean, it's just a good habit. That's what they learned from Chuck. A very good habit to do. And because, like I said, there's cameras everywhere anymore. People put cameras everywhere. They put cameras on their car. They put cameras on their roof. They put cameras in trees, or cameras on some kind of figurines in front of their house. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. You just don't know. I mean, sure, there's Ring doorbell cameras too, but people put cameras all over the house anymore, because you don't know who's coming and going in your house anymore. It's just a necessity. It wasn't that way back in the in the 70s and 80s growing up. I mean, you could back then. Everybody was so laid back, and, there was no real problems. You could even leave the house and leave your front door wide open. Nobody would even bother you, because all the neighbors looked out for one another. It isn't that way anymore. That's the way we did it back in the, in the 70s. You could leave your house. You could leave your door unlocked, and yeah, you could just do it. Nobody bothered you. Nobody bothered your place. All because all the neighbors looked out for one another. It was a community thing, especially in the community that that my parents lived at. They knew everybody. Everybody looked out for one another, and you could do that. Not today. I mean, there's far from it today. I mean, you have to make you almost like these days you got to double bolt your locks. And it's almost like I said, when you go in stores and no matter where you are, you gotta everything, you gotta have everything under lock and key. It's the way it is today. Kim Bell, hey, well, got bronze medal. Hey, all right. Thank you, Kim Bell. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and give you a thank you for that. All right, thank you. Your friend likes this music, but this one's for you, Kim Bell. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep, big challenge day today, guys. Super Bowl tonight. The Illinois-Indiana Dash in Rushville tonight. The rematch of the century from 1989. And then the challenge of getting 3 to 500 today. All right, speaking of which, let me check on one right now, because I think Dean already said that she was already there. Let me take a look and see. I think Dean said she was already there. Let me look. Yeah. Let me just take a look here. Let me just look here real quick. Go Patriots. Yeah. I have a feeling, like I said, the Patriots, they have something to prove, Jeff. They have something to prove that they can win without Belichick and Brady and Gronkowski. They can, they had something to prove. They said, we don't need Belichick. We don't need Brady. We don't need Gronkowski. We can win on our own. Yeah. I knew, I knew, like I said, I made the prediction earlier that I really believed it was going to be the 1985 rematch between the Patriots and the Bears, but the Rams kind of messed that up. So, but I knew that even though the Broncos were the favorite, I knew that the Patriots were gonna beat them. I just saw the way the Patriots played, and I really believed that. Yeah, I really, they have something to prove. Hey, Rodolfo Golden, welcome in. Appreciate you joining. Yeah, I'm about to go here to McDonald's up here. Yes, the Tigers will take it off. Okay, Hamilton Tigers. Hey, I've got a cat named Tiger, and this is the year that I believe, and still to this day believe, that the theme of this year is the Eye of the Tiger. Yeah, so it's almost like Rocky 3 back again, but I believe Eye of the Tiger. I said that at the beginning of the year. I said it during the USC Dash and the beginning of the Illinois Dash. The reason why I say that, this is a year of a lot of challenges. And, we got to be up to those challenges. We got to prepare. And you see this weather right here, all this snow right here. Here and other places of the country. A lot of places weren't ready for this, and I said at the very beginning of the year, you need to be ready for anything, and that includes the weather. And there were those that weren't. Yeah. Yeah. Buck Post. Yay. All right. Adventure Nomad. All right. Welcome in. Yeah. And Smooth Blazing, welcome in, guys. Yeah, we're about here to go to McDonald's, go pick up this order. I need to go check something real quick, and when we do that, it's still going to count. Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but, I appreciate you saying, but, yeah, I don't, you approve of the channel, so that's, that's the way I look at it, and that's the way I'm going to take it. All right, while we're waiting here, I want to see, where is this? I haven't seen her yet. Okay, here we go. She's still got 2 to go. Yeah, BPD Hustler, she still has 2 to go, guys. 2 to go. Yeah. Can we get BPD Hustler to 500? 2 left. 2 left. Yeah. Let's go to work and get it done. Get him a griddle. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to park on this side. There's no place over there. Oh, that's all right. It's all right. I can park over here. It ain't no big deal. I like to park over there because it's easier to get out. Instead, you have to, when you go out here, then there's all kinds of things you got to go through to get out. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and get it. But yeah, Life of BPD Hustler, she needs 2 to go, guys. 2 to go. Yep. So, yep, 2 to go. If we get her to 500, you know, there will definitely be a drawing for her. But I would like for all 3, because it would be, you know, a major drawing, and it would be something that I would absolutely love to do. But let's get BPD Hustler first. All right, let me go get this. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Well, sorry for trolling. I said, you know, say, can you give me some scrambled eggs, toast, shrimp and grits? Well, see, where's the place that does that? Denny's probably. And let's see. Oh, Dale's. Dale's could probably do that. There is a Dale's here. So if I get a Dale's order, I'll remember you, Sweet Home Bama. I will definitely check that out. Yeah, I will see. Maybe maybe they might do shrimp and grits there. I'll have to check. All right. So this is going to be a business. Yeah, this is going to be a business I'm delivering to. I already delivered earlier before I went live. I already delivered to the National Guard over here in Franklin, just down the road here. I already did that earlier. See, this is one of the reasons why I don't like going out this way, because it's harder to get out. All right, let's see.
Drive east on Paris Drive, then turn right onto Paris Drive bypass.
Then I gotta turn. All right, and which way?
Turn right onto East King Street.
Oh, okay, I'm going this way. All right, well, all right, where are we going? Okay. It's such a positive attitude. I said, and the reason, hey, Bob, breakfast burrito with bacon. Okay, yeah. I said, you guys like the breakfast stuff? Yeah, I like that. We talk about that. I like all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you gotta have a positive attitude, Rodolfo. And the reason why I have a positive attitude is because why should you not have one? Yeah. Positive is the way to go. Okay. With so much negative in the world, you got to have some kind of positive things to talk about. Even when negative things happen, you still have to, grin and bear it. Yes, it's frustrating, especially losing that $25. That was frustrating today. But I have to grin and bear it because, the way that I look at it is, even though I lost it, I'm sure it will be made back. Because, even though because the, what you see out here in the earthly realm, the spiritual realm sees that. The spiritual realm sees what I lost. And the spiritual realm is going to go to work and do something about that. So that's the way you got to look at it. All right. Because what I had to go through there was totally unfair. Because, like I said, it was just some kind of stupid rule. And that said, well, if the store doesn't have if the store is out of the product and they don't have something that you can scan to prove that they don't have the product, well, that's still, even though you're a dasher, that's still your fault. Even if the store doesn't carry it, it's still your fault, dasher. And we still have to punish you.
In a quarter mile.
And it's ridiculous.
Take the second exit onto Eastview Drive.
They just need to drop the program entirely and just let us be. They need to drop the program entirely. And I know that a lot of us dashers out there, and I know if I mention that, I know some of those dashers that will see this and they'll see, how did you lose $25? And and they'll look at this and they'll say, oh, yeah, I've been through that. I know exactly what it's like. And then we're all going to look at it. We're going to say, you know what? We all need to come together and say, drop this program. Just drop it. It is not doing anybody any good. Yeah. It looks so beautiful. I said, yeah, but there's no sun, unfortunately, Yeah. So, yeah, you hid just song. Thank you. I said, yeah, too much negative. Well, see, Rodolfo, I don't even watch the news. I stay away from the news. Okay? Because if anything important happens, you'll hear about it anyway.
In a quarter mile.
Because there are those that watch the news, and then, you'll hear something. You're like, I'll hear something at work. Somebody at work will tell me, oh, this happened and this happened. I said, well, didn't you watch the news? I said, no, I never watch the news. I don't want that negative stuff in my head. If something important happens, you guys will tell me. So why do I have to watch it? I don't want that negative stuff in my head. I'm not gonna feed off the negative. That's why I do, that's why I do my lives the way I do, is because I try to turn negatives into positive. Okay. That's what Charlie the Brash Dasher does. That's what Just Roy Delivers does. They turn negatives into positives. They find a silver lining in a negative, in a negative situation. That's why I love their channels. If you've never seen Just Roy Delivers, watch what he does. He'll turn a negative into a positive. Charlie the Brash Dasher. Watch him on Tuesdays, Tuesday nights. Go to his chat. He'll tell you about stuff that, thought that would bother him that didn't. He turned a negative into a positive. That's why I love those channels, because they do that.
Continue for 1 mile.
Because there's no reason to feed off the negative. Yeah. You get all your news from JRD? Exactly. Yeah. There's no need. I mean, all the news is negative. That's, all those reporters, they get paid to report the negative. And it didn't used to be that way back in the 60s. The only time, the 60s and 70s, the only time that anything was ever broadcast that way, was if it was extremely important. But then, later on, all that sells now is bad news. No good news is sold anymore. And if there's any good news, the reporters, they kind of, they kind of shrug their shoulders and have to report good news anymore. You can tell. And it's sad. It really is. It's all because bad news sells these days. And it shouldn't be that way. We don't need to focus on the negative. We focus on the positive. Yeah. Just like the situation today, like I said, the thumbnail. That's what I did. It said you're in a shopping store and you're out of items. And, I had to get serve a technical foul because, I had to unassign the order because it was a loss of time. A loss of time is a technical foul. That's what it is.
In a quarter mile.
That was a really big loss of time. That's why I had to issue the T, because it was a loss of time. The T is time, loss of time. It's ridiculous. That's why they need to drop it.
Enter
Yeah.
the roundabout
Hey,
and
Vicky,
take the
welcome
second
in.
exit onto
Yeah.
Commerce Drive.
Yeah. Time is money. And there's no reason for anybody to lose time on account of stupid policies, stupid rules,
Continue for 1
and
mile.
things that are so illogical that it's just really, I mean, this whole shopping thing is totally illogical. It's an illogical program, has been from the very beginning, and it needs to be dropped. It just does. Let us shop like we did before the program even began. It's just not fair to punish a dasher for something that's out of their control. Oh, you want us to go ahead and take a, show an empty shelf and take a picture of the tag, okay? Yeah, okay, you're going to do that, but what if there is no tag to show? Oh, well, then that's still, if you don't have a tag to show, well, then we really got to punish you then. That's stupid. If the store doesn't carry the product, that particular store doesn't carry the product, but another one does, why should you punish the dasher for that? The dasher can't help that one store does not carry it, but another store does because customers shop from the main, from the main store, not from certain branches.
Turn right onto North Morton Street, US 31.
That's the way at Dollar General. That's the way it is with some of these others. They shop from the main thing. If the store has it, one store might have it, another store might not. That's not the dasher's fault. Don't punish them for that.
In a half
That's
mile,
crazy.
Turn right onto International Drive.
Not every store is going to carry the same thing. But you can't let the AI know that. And even if you talk to a person, you still have to argue it, but but they're still going to take the customer's side. The dasher is always wrong, and the customer is always right. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. It's an illogical and insane program that needs to be dropped. And I know there's a lot of dashers and gig tubers that can take a look at this and understand and say, yes, we all agree it needs to be dropped, because it does. All right, is this the street I need to turn on
right
here?
onto
Yep.
International Drive.
Yeah, there's a business down here. Lionel Pisces, welcome in. I don't know if I said that right. Bald Winneman, okay, welcome in, guys. Appreciate it. Have I delivered to this
In
place
800
before?
feet, turn left.
Okay, it wouldn't be there. Have I delivered to somebody here before? Okay, is it?
Turn left.
It's this building. Okay. All right. Yeah, I've been here before.
In 200 feet, 700 International Drive, Franklin, Indiana.
So I guess they want me to deliver to a back door or
USA will be
something?
on the right. 700 International Drive, Franklin, Indiana 46131. USA is on the right.
Guess they want me to deliver to one of these back doors. All right. Oh, I need a pin, so I gotta contact them. All right, let's see. Second door on the right past the first speed pump. Okay. So I guess it's that door right there, past the speed bump. Okay. All right, let me be right back. I gotta get a pin. Yeah, I still gotta charge that up. What am I got here? Okay, I'm still good there. All right. Yeah. No, you don't. It's just being nice. Welcome in, newbies. Yeah. Those of you newbies, if you would today, I got my thumbnail doesn't show it, but if you go back in there, I've got 3 that are going for 500. We got BPD Hustler, Mom Dog, and Dirty Sack and Deb. All 3 of them we're trying to get all 3 of them to 500 today for a special drawing tonight after the Illinois Indiana Dash in Rushville. So I'm going to try to do that. Okay. So yeah. All right. Let me see where everybody stands at this point. Okay. And okay. See, the first one that's going to pop up should be, all right. Okay, she's still at 365. Mom Dog is. Okay. All right. Ho-ho! There we are, guys. We did it. BPD Hustler, we did it live again. There we go. All right. It's just like I always say, guys. We did it. Yeah. We do it live. We write it. We do it live. Yeah. We do it the Bill O'Reilly way. So that's 1. So I've got it. Let's see. When did I do 58.54? That is 58.50 was when it was there. So we will have a drawing tonight. We will have at least 1. Okay. But we want to increase the amount. To increase the amount, we need Mom Dog and we need Dirty Sack and Deb. We can do that. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Then the drawing will increase. But let's do a cheer for Mom Dog reaching it, doing it live on our broadcast. Yeah, I got to get on Dee's channel. I got to tell her that we did it. That 1's down. We got 2 to go. All right, that's exciting. I mean, you take the $25 loss there, which was all there, but somebody is going to get 25. Yep. So somebody's going to get it tonight. After the Illinois Indiana Dash at 8 o'clock. Somebody will get it. And we will do the drawing in Rushville. So. Oh, how exciting. Yes. Ooh. You can breathe a sigh of relief now, BPD Hustler. You're there. Now, let's help you with watch hours. But the hard part is done. Now that you reach 500, your channel will broaden. So I'll go on Dean's channel. I'll check out Dean's live here in a minute, and I'll let her know that she did it. Somebody needs to let her know that if she doesn't know, someone needs to tell her. Someone needs to tell her that she hit it. So, and she did it live on my live, just like I wanted. Man, that's, you just, I mean, it's just so exciting when you get someone their milestone. I mean, that's what this channel is all about. That's what it's always been about, is helping those grow, helping those get to their milestones. because you're sowing a seed into someone else's channel. When you sow a seed into someone else's channel, then what happens is, that seed grows in the spiritual realm. And then what happens is, then it goes to work, and a harvest is being prepared for you in the spiritual realm. And when that happens, there will be a harvest that will be delivered to you even at the time you least expect it. BHA Road Stories, welcome in. Yeah. Look at that snow. Yeah. 14 inches of it, So Caribou. We had 14 inches of snow that fell in 2 days. And a lot of it's still here, but Heat Miser is coming to melt it in the next couple days. So, yeah. If you look at my posts on my channel, you'll see a picture of Heat Miser, and he'll tell you how it's going to happen. But where I get Snow Miser and Heat Miser from, guys, if you don't know, I get them from the show, the children's Christmas show called The Year Without a Santa Claus. That's where those two characters come from. So if you've never seen that, I mean, I know it's far from Christmas. We just had it a couple months ago, but even so, if you've never seen that, or your kids have never seen it, definitely check it out, because that's that's where they get that. Yeah. All right, let me go in here and see what's up on Dean's live here. Is I gotta let him know that BPD Hustler hit it, and somebody's got to tell her. Somebody's got to let her know she hit it. So, and maybe somebody on his channel will know, and they'll tell her. So let me go look at that real quick here while my thing's charging up. Okay, let me see here. Wait a minute. All right. Well, it's about time you, Uber, that you approved of that insurance. I gave that to you a week ago. And now you're just telling me that's approved? Come on now. Gave that to you a week ago. Black ice. Yeah, they can be at night when it starts, when this melts this week and then gets below freezing. That's exactly what it will be. Yeah, good call there, Antonio. All right, let me go on here and let me let Dean know that she hit it. So, let me see. Yeah.
20 thumbs up, so I appreciate that,
Okay.
everybody.
One done. BPD Hustler hit it live. Oops.
Now they want $14 for that 31 miles.
Yeah, I'll let him know that, so that yeah. So somebody needs to let her know that she did it. Yep.
Did I get that $2 tip? I think I got that $2 tip.
All right, there we go. Yep.
$2 tip on that last delivery. Send him a thank you.
So
Appreciate you there.
one done, two to go. Two to go.
All right.
Mom Dog and
Both tips on the Ubers.
Dirty Stack and Deb. We can do it. We'll have we'll have a really big number to draw with tonight.
I can't believe Grubhub's just.
And even a special bonus. See, if we were able to get Nana 5, she's at 430, so I mean, if we can get her there too, I mean, the more the merrier.
Last Grubhub.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get something.
That's what I love about this. We're in the playoffs right now.
Borderline hit it? Yeah, I've been ever since my live here. I've been doing it. I've been pushing Borderline this morning when I went live, DJ.
Yeah.
She needed 2.
Yeah.
She needed 2. And so you're saying she already hit her 500? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, Borderline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to have her ever since I got out this morning.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yes, that is awesome.
Now we got Mom Dog and Deb, right?
Yeah, here, I'll let you know.
Someone needs to tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen her this morning.
There we go.
She ain't been out.
You're right back. All right. We're waiting on an order here.
That is totally awesome.
Yes, it certainly is. Okay, so it's real close. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to call it here. Then I'm going to turn Uber when I get on down there. So I'm going to let this charge up, and then we're going to go back in.
Yep, she did. She just now crossed it. Cool. Awesome.
All right, so let me go ahead and where are we at here on here? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to close it yet. I'm going to head over towards the other side because we're going to be going to Shelbyville here in a minute, so that I can we can turn Uber on, and maybe we might get some Uber shopping delivered. Now I wonder what their policy is. I hope their policy is not as illogical as DoorDash's policy is. You can make a mess with your throat. All right, Samantha, we let's not do that, okay? Let's not let's not spam the chat with that kind of thing, okay? This is a family show. This is family channel. This is we show respect here, and we show love, respect, and honor. That's what we do. I said you're welcome to join the channel, but please don't say stuff like that, okay? We certainly would appreciate that you leave it family friendly for us, because you have no idea who's watching, and we just leave it that way. That's okay. That's okay. You are always welcome to join the channel, but let's just keep it family friendly. Let's keep it positive. Oh, we got an order. All right. There's still time on the clock. Which one is it? All right. Which one is it? Right over here. Okay. All right.
In 300 feet.
Okay. So what I'm just going to turn around here on the Circle Drive and go back there. It's another $4. Okay. I'll take it. That's fine. We'll just turn up here and go back that way. Because we're only up here until 10 o'clock, but it's still before 10, so we'll just take Yandy's to the other side of the circle and go back. All right. Yep. But man, that just feels so good knowing that BPD Hustler hit that 500 and we did it live. Yep. Yep. And like I said, if you do it live, there's a drawing tonight, and there will be. Now, if we can just get Mom Dog and Dirty Stack and Deb there, Seahawks or Patriots, I got to go with the Patriots. I have to. I just think they're too tough. I don't think Seattle can handle that offense. I really don't. I think the Patriots are going to win. I think they're going to win by 10. I don't want to put a score up, but I believe it's going to be a 10-point difference. That's what I believe. Seahawks for you. Okay. But not to say, I say we can agree to disagree, but you're a Steelers fan. Well, yeah, I've got like 2 or 3 of my coworkers at my W2 that are Steeler fans. Yeah. So, I certainly, they would certainly absolutely want to talk to you. They would say, you're a Steeler fan? Hey, tell them, we're a big Steeler fan. Hey, we'll talk to. I said, we love all our Steeler fans, get together and have a nice little conference with one another. Yeah. Yeah, a couple of my coworkers would certainly appreciate you being a Steeler fan. Yeah. Yeah, I know the Steelers can get there. You just got to find the right coach, the right get the right offense. They'll be there again. It might be a couple years, but they'll get there. They'll be that powerhouse they once were. All right, now I got to go up here to the Taco Bell because I wanted to get up and go that way because it's easier to get in this way. So, okay, I'm going to hit this. All right. Should be available. coming over here instead of there. So, there you go. Get it? All right. Let me see. Oh, Wisconsin. I'll take the Steelers. They got a tougher. Hey, yeah. By the way, speaking of Wisconsin, Wisconsin is still in the Big Ten dashing race. So, all right, let me get this. I'll be right back. Well, that's cool. This lady that works in there, is doing this for her mom. Okay. And she said she didn't order a drink, but she knows what her mom likes to drink, and she gave her a drink. So, okay. That's good when you do that. There's Amanda. Welcome, Amanda. All right. Where are we going here? I never see that name either. I'm pretty sure I know where it's at, but you never see this name. Okay. All right, here we go. Where are we going here?
Drive east, then turn right onto North Main Street. Drive northeast, then turn right onto North Main Street.
All right, where are we going exactly? That's what I need to know.
In 400 feet, turn right onto Lemley Street. Turn right onto Lemley Street.
Okay, for what reason? All right.
Drive southeast on North Main Street. Then, in 600 feet, turn right onto Lemley Street.
Oh no, we'll just go that way. We'll just go up to this Lemley Street. Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right.
Turn right onto Lemley Street.
Okay. Yeah. All right, now where are we going?
In 900 feet, turn left onto North Morton Street.
Well, all you had to do is tell me to turn left on that one, and I could have turned left at the light. I mean, I can get out through here, but it's going to be a lot harder to get out through here than it is through a light. But because it's Sunday morning, it might not be so bad. So we'll just take a look and see. Yeah, I can't go out that
Turn
way.
left onto North Morton Street, US 31.
I can't. I have to do it down here at the Burger King. So I can't do it that
south,
way.
Then turn right.
Okay.
Turn right. Then turn left.
Yeah, there's a median there. I can't do that.
Turn left onto North Morton Street,
Okay,
US
I can
31.
do this. All right, now what?
Continue for 1 mile.
All right. That's what I thought. So, you know, I could have even gone down Westfield Road there, and instead, you know, I could have gone that way too. These GPSs, I tell you, they just, you know, And you're on an on-time rate too. Yeah. The GPS will do whatever they can to make sure you don't get on time so they can hurt your rate. It's all a game. That's all it is. But you got to be smarter than that. You got to be smarter than these ways of the games that these places want to do. Like an out says Shelbyville's busy. Okay, well, we'll be on our way there as soon as I drop this off, because then I can turn Uber on too. You're just chilling in your bank watching this live. Okay, well, I appreciate that. You mean your bunk? I know it says bank because there's no bank open today.
In a quarter mile,
If you said your bunk, then yeah, that I can see. Scotty, this is Indiana. We're in Franklin, Indiana right now, and we're about to go east here, and after I drop this off. So, all right.
Turn right onto Hospital Road.
All right. So where are we going down here? I may not turn it off yet, just in case
half mile.
Okay, yeah. So I may not turn it off just yet in case I might get a Dale's, because if I do get a Dale's, then that one that was in earlier said what they were going, that would have been the perfect breakfast for them. I just wonder if Dale's does serve the shrimp and grits that they said that they liked. So yeah, that I would like to see, because Dale's serves anything, any time of the day. They're just like your old school Waffle House, the way Waffle House used to be, not the way it is today.
Turn right onto Briar Ridge Drive, then turn right.
Okay.
Turn right onto Wild Ivy Trail, then 1037 Wild Ivy Trail, Franklin, Indiana 46131, USA will be on the right.
Okay. So I'll let them know.
1037 Wild Ivy Trail, Franklin, Indiana 46131, USA is on the right.
All right, right there. Okay. Yeah, she'll be like, I say, where did this drink come from? She goes, I say, ask your daughter. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right. Uncharted. Does anyone know where it's at? Uncharted. I said this is Franklin, Indiana. This is where we're at here. Yeah, this is Franklin, Indiana. Okay, I'm gonna go back up this way here so that I can look and see if I'll pass by Dale's to see if Dale's might have anything. If not, then we'll head east. Because I can't go out that other way because it's too hard to get out. All right. Let's see. You all have a laugh this morning. I said, I did have a laugh this morning. It was a laugh. Frustrating, but it was a laugh this morning that I had when, when I had a shopping order where they were missing 7 items, and had to give the tea. So, yeah. Started out as frustrating, but yet, when you think about it, you just have to laugh at it, especially when you get one of your fellow gig tubers to their milestone. That just turns that frown completely upside down because you did something for someone else. because, what turned out to be, what was meant for evil is going to turn out good because you did something for someone else and sowed a seed. You took your mind off yourself and you put it on someone else, to which, it just makes all that other stuff that happened to you just completely moot because you put a smile on someone else's face by helping them out. And the spiritual realm sees that, and when the spiritual realm sees that, they go to work. Because prime example of that happened to me last night during the Penn State dash, the Penn State portion of it, to where I had one Uber order, just one Uber order, the only one I've ever had since I've dashed in Rushville. It was originally $14 that turned into $26, and all the guy ordered was 2 small pizzas. That was it. Yeah. Oh, there was earlier. I guess Fran probably got tired and went to sleep, which is okay. Snow, yeah, we still have it, but Heat Miser is going to be melting some of that this week. So that's what I said. Okay. All right. So since I didn't get it, we're going to go ahead and close this out. All right. All right. And we're going to head. They said that Shelbyville was busy, so we're going to go ahead and go there, and we'll dash there. I'm going to go ahead and let this charge up, and then I'll put the charge on my other phone here because I'll be close to 100 by the time I get back there. So, yep. Your kind of topic, spiritual awakening Scorpio. Yep. Well, like I said, I usually don't. You see, I say that kind of thing, spiritual awakening, because there are those out there that don't understand that concept. That everything that we say and do is being recorded, and it's been that way since day one. And this was even before there was such thing as a camera. There was such thing as a computer, or anything that did, or typewriter, anything like that. Anything that started doing that. Everything was recorded since day one. No matter what you say and do, with or without a camera, you're still recorded anyway, and it's reported. And then what's reported, then the spiritual realm goes to work on whatever that is. That's why you got to really be careful as to what it is you do, because just because nobody knows about it in the earthly realm, you can't get away with it in the spiritual realm, because the spiritual realm will eventually let the earthly realm know, what's been going on behind the scenes. Yeah, that's why I say, for those that think that joining a Tinder account and going on your spouse and all that kind of stuff, yeah, you think you're getting away with it, but I guarantee you, at some point, no matter, it's just like Balki Bartakamus said in Perfect Strangers. I use this metaphor all the time, where he said he always picked the bills over the chargers, because no matter how much you keep charging, sooner or later you're going to have to pay the bill. And it's that way with that too. So, guys, that's why I say, be careful with things. Just because you think that that you're, maybe getting away with something, I guarantee you, someone somewhere, you may think it's okay in the earthly realm, but I guarantee you, someone somewhere is going to let the earthly realm know, you can't get away with it. It's a spiritual law. It just is. It does not matter what it is you believe, what religion you believe. It's a spiritual law for all. You cannot get away from it. You just can't. We reap what we sow, more than we sow, and later than we sow. When you sow bad into the world with whatever it is, spiritual realm, has recorded that, and something is being made in the background, and that will be returned to you in a way to which you will least expect it, and the time that happens, you will least expect it, and then you're going to wonder what happened, and you're going to think, oh, I did this thing, and the spiritual realm caught up with it, and so now I'm paying the price for it. I guarantee you guys that's not good. But if you do it the other way, you sow into someone's life, sow into someone's whatever it is, just like I did today. Yeah, I was there before you. Yeah, you were gonna roll that stop sign. You're just as bad as the drivers in Shelbyville. Yeah, maybe you need to move there because that's what they do. You rolled at that stop sign. Everybody saw you do that too. Yeah, I don't know. You just got here. Okay. Yeah, you just got here. Hey, all right. Welcome in. All right. Greetings, Steve Brown. You welcome in. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Yeah. What we're doing today, we're turning negatives into positives. Talking about even though something really negative happened at the beginning of this shift at this dash today. We're heading over west right now. We're going to turn Uber on, and we're going to see if we can make that up. He's got here trying to figure it out. Okay. What you trying to figure out there? Earth Angels, welcome in. Yeah, great song, by the way, back in the 50s. Yeah, really good song. Even though I wasn't born in that era, that was still a great song that they still play from time to time. You don't really hear it anymore unless you're on one of those stations that'll play that old stuff, and there's not too many of them that do, but I still remember it, and when I hear it, it's a good one. All right. But I appreciate all of you all being here today. We have one of those 3 gig tubers today. We got to 500, and we did it live, which is the way we're supposed to do it. We got 2 more to go. I know that they've got a really big hill to climb, but it doesn't mean that they can't do it, because we got Sally D's Reality. We got her to 1,000. She needed like 32 or something like that, and everybody got together, and we got her. That whole day, everybody got together and focused on her channel, and she ended up, during the live that I did of what dash was that? Washington. Yeah, it was the Washington dash. Yeah. We got her to 1,000 on that dash, and we did that live. And it was because everybody came together. This is a community. We come together. This is what I say all the time. We're all in this together. Because that's what I always believe. We're all in this together. Yeah. When we work together as a community and we help one another and we support one another and we learn to accept and that's why I say I accept everyone from all countries, all nationalities, all walks of life. I do that because it's acceptance is a major thing, and it just is. Because when we all work together and we all have we all come together as a group, there's just something that we just might learn from one another. And there's a time when you might need something from someone who you would at least expect that would, say, oh, they're from another country. But what if they can provide something for you? What if there's something you need from them? And they can give it to you. What are you going to say then? You're going to feel differently, aren't you? That's the way we look at it. That's why I bring up Mr. Baker time. Someone from a different country, different culture, saw the player's heart instead of their head. That even though nobody else wanted him, said, I can turn this guy's life around. All I have to do is get him out of his head and show him where his heart is. Because, you play your best when your heart's in it, not when your head's in it. When your heart's in it, and that's the way it was with Rocky and his boxing. If your heart's in it, you're going to win. Yeah, that's why at the very beginning of Rocky, that's why Mickey got so mad at him. He said, you got the heart, kid, but you fight like an ape. If I can get you to stop, living in your head and start seeing where your heart is, you'd be one of the most awesome fighters there ever was. And he proved it. And it can be that way with anything. Because, it's even said, there's sayings that say, if it's in your mouth, it's in your heart. Yeah. And if your mouth speaks good, then your heart's there. But if your mouth speaks negative and all that, your heart's there. If it's in your mouth, it's in your heart. That's also a spiritual law. That's why I say, be careful. You got to be careful with what it is you say. Yes, freeway signs at Indianapolis. Yeah, we're where we're at right now. Let's see, we're like 28 miles from Indianapolis from here. Yeah, about 28 miles. 28 miles from downtown Indianapolis. But now when you go to Greenwood and Southport, which I don't dash there because I don't like dashing there because there's a lot of places there that are not the best. A lot of apartments there and, a lot of floors to climb. And no, I try to stay away from there. It's not the greatest place to be, but there's parts of Indianapolis there. The farther north you go, you'll be in the suburb part of Indianapolis. It'll still be an Indianapolis address, but it'll be the suburb of it. But I stay away from there because I don't care for that area. And there's Indy. Hey, Indy. Indy might want to tune in tonight. Yeah. Tonight's the big one. The rematch of the 1989 rematch of the century. Yeah. Illinois versus Indiana. Replaying, the reason why that is on there, it's like the last order that Illinois did was the order that tied Indiana the same way that Nick Anderson did that shot, that 3-point shot to beat Indiana in 1989. It was like the 3-point shot that tied Indiana. It was the same concept, just in dashing. That's why I named it the rematch of the century. Yeah. And Indy, also keep in mind, just because Penn State has the lead right now, somebody can still tie you and you can reclaim the lead. Because if somebody does tie your team, you go second. And when you go second, you have the advantage. So that's what you want right now. You either want Illinois or even if Indiana, even though that it's rival, you still, or Rutgers or Oregon, any of them, if they tie you, then, like I said, yeah. You've already watching Driving While Chatting. Top Pietro, the way that we do this is, I have both hands on the steering wheel, okay, and I'm looking straight forward, and I have my eyes darted to the phone. It's even okay with the, with the law in Indiana that says if you have a phone that's, that's hooked up to to something that's on your mirror, and you have both of your hands on the steering wheel, and you just move your eyes back and forth, if you do that, it's okay. Yep. It's for safety. Well, I am keeping very safe. Yeah. And I have on camera, and I have proof that, I have proof that a police officer said you can have a camera up here within eye level as long as you have both of your hands on the steering wheel. I have that on tape. So, yeah. The thumbnail is where Bucky is telling Goldie that you will lose, Goldie. It's on that one. You will hear that police officer say that it's okay to have it on there for eye level, as long as you have both of your hands on the steering wheel. That's on tape. Okay, it's on tape. You don't believe me? Check it out. You will see for yourself. Yeah. All right. Hey, Bill, welcome in. Yeah. Yeah. He always says otherwise because your state allows unsafe drivers. I said, Yeah, but but the thing is, like I said, I have it here in the window. I have it here in the window. If you're saying that to me, you're saying that to everyone who dashes like me. Like each day with Dean, he's doing the same thing I am. Yeah. So, I mean, if I'm wrong, so is he and everyone else who does it. So, but if the state allows it, then it's okay. As long as you have both your hands on the steering wheel and you can look forward and just have your eye dart back and forth, that's the way it does it. Yeah. If the law says it's okay, then it's okay. Okay. Still reported. I said, well, whatever. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to hide you. Okay. And Tapiacho, we're going to hide you as well. Okay. So, yeah, I have on tape, guys. I have on tape. And like I said, if those guys don't believe, all they got to do is go to that, because it's still on there. It's where Bucky says to Goldie, "You will lose, Goldie." That is that one right there. You will hear, because I had my phone in my hand at that time. That is not allowed, okay? And that's what I was told. But he said if it's in the window and you're at eye level and both your hands are on the steering wheel, that's acceptable, okay? So if the law says that's acceptable, then it is acceptable. And anybody that wants proof of that, all you got to do is go to that replay and see for yourself. Because you will hear that police officer live say those exact words. All you got to do, you'll see for yourself. I appreciate everyone's concern. I will, and I thank you for it. But I've been doing this for a while now. And I deliver in towns, especially this one we're going to, where you have to be paying really close attention. Because Shelbyville, they do dumb things there. And also, Tashio and Scary Larry, if they go and see all those lives I did last year, they will see the number of people in Shelbyville that ran stoplights, ran stop signs, pulled out in front. They'll see that. See, those are the people you report. Yeah, those are the people that you see. That you need to, that you watch out for. That's why I really pay attention in Shelbyville, because that's what they do there. So Tapashio and Scary Larry, yeah. Check out all my lives from last year. You'll see for yourself. Check out those lives from the previous contest, and you'll see the number of people that ran stop signs and stoplights and stuff. Those, you get those plates and stuff, yeah. Those are the people you report. You've been driving great. You're fine. Yeah, thank you, Renee. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah. You kind of got to drive in a sense. It's kind of like what the old, what Waylon Jennings said in Dukes of Hazzard, the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Yeah. When you follow the law like that, like I said, the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Because I always try to pay attention to all this stuff, guys. That's that's the way you got to look at it. Yeah. Have a good day and drive, Joseph in Estville. Appreciate it. Candy Crafts, slow down. Oh no, it's 55. That's where I am right now, Albert. Hey, Albert, welcome, Albert. Yeah, it's 55 on here. I'm fine. 55 is the speed limit. This isn't about driving, guys. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about some positive things. Okay. We pay attention with the driving here. I do, Dean does, all those that gig tube with me and do this, we all pay attention. We all do what we're supposed to do. We all follow the law. We all, we're all out here doing the stuff. I mean, if sometimes if someone makes a mistake and maybe goes fast, there's a couple of gig tubers that did that, and they admitted on the air that they did. So, but we're all careful and we all try to be. See, and yeah, I mean, if I didn't have that $25 loss at the very beginning, Albert, it'd be a little bit better. But that's why I created the thumbnail the way I did. I had to issue a T at the very beginning because a shopping order, the customer didn't. There were 7 items that a customer wasn't going to get, and that would have absolutely demolished my shopping rate. Because first of all, they ordered an item that you don't get in the morning. They don't even make that item until like 12 o'clock. But you can't let the AI doesn't know that. And if you try to explain it to the AI, they'll still say, well, it's still your fault. So, yeah, so you lose there. And then there was some other item that that store didn't even carry. But you still have to take a picture of the, it's for you to not lose your shopping rate. You still have to take a picture of the, of the tag. And if the tag is not there, oh, well, you can't find the tag. Well, if you can't find the tag, then we still have to penalize you. You have to penalize you that rate because you don't have a tag to show. So then that would have put me under on that. So you lose there. So that's lose. So I had to unassign the order because I'm not going to lose my shopping rate over those 2 losses. The spiritual realm will recognize stupidity. And it will be made up. And it could be made up tonight during the contest because of the Super Bowl. So, who knows? Hey, Chevy, welcome in. Appreciate it. Pizza places. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Down there in Rushville, they've got Pizza Hut, Domino's, because Uber's going to be involved too. And Casey's, Pizza King. Yeah, those 4 places will be hopping. TMG, welcome in. Yeah, it'll also be Wings too. Yeah, Taco Bell will be hopping. Yeah, tonight is going to be very interesting. And I've never done this in, off to church. Now I'm off to dashing the second part here today. We're only going to dash till like maybe 1 o'clock or something. And then I'm going to rest up and get ready for the big match tonight. Before the Super Bowl, the 1989 rematch of the century, dashing style, Illinois versus Indiana in Rushville tonight. So, yeah, that's what we're after here. And hopefully along the way, we'll get those other 2 gig tubers, Mom Dog 72 and Dirty Stack and Deb. We'll try to get them to 500. So those of you that are on here, if you would do me a favor and check out Mom Dog 72 and Dirty Stack and Deb on YouTube, I would certainly appreciate it. Give them, watch one of their videos, give them a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that, because if we can get them to 500 today, is just like we did BPD Hustler, then there will be a major drawing tonight after Indiana goes at 8 o'clock, and somebody will win anywhere from $25 to $75. So that's how that will be. It's 25 right now, but if we can get 2 of them, it'll be 50. If we get 3, it'll be 75. So if we can get all 3 of them, that would be great. Heroes, yeah, we're in Shelbyville right now. Shelbyville right now. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and here. I said we should be pretty good charged up on this phone here. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up over here. We'll turn Uber on. Now I've got shop and deliver with Uber. Maybe we'll get a shop and deliver here with Uber. We'll see. Uber's been the game changer, was a major game changer last night. That's why Penn State took the lead in the dashing tournament, is because that one Uber, that $126 Uber, turned the complexion of the whole dashing tournament around. The only Uber I ever had in Rushville was the biggest one yet. And it's all because when you deliver to a customer, if you're personable, you tell them you appreciate their business and do all the little things, who knows, how much of a tip that you could get, because you're selling yourself. When you learn to sell yourself and show appreciation, you don't know what's on the other side of it. Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate it. Yeah. So you got that New England tonight? Yeah, I really believe the Patriots are going to take it tonight. I really do. I think it's going to be a 10-point difference. I'm not going to say the score because I don't want to be wrong there, but I do believe it's going to be 10 points. Yeah. I think New England is going to win by 10. That's what I really think that. I just don't think that Seattle is going to be able to stop that New England offense. I just don't think so. I mean, not to say that they don't have that Seattle doesn't have a good team, because they do. But I don't think that they're going to be able to stop the New England offense. I just don't. Yeah, the snow's got to go just again. Well, check out my one post that I posted earlier. Heat miser's on the way. Yep, heat miser's on the way to melt it. And this deal here that I'm doing today with the 3 gig tubers, I call it the Heat Miser Challenge, because that's what it is. Yeah. Heat Miser will be, it'll be in the 40s this week. And a lot of this stuff will start melting. So, I mean, the ones that have the less snow will get in the 50s, but we'll probably be in the 40s here. But even if it gets 35, it'll still melt this stuff. So, I'm ready to see regular roads again, and tired of doing all that. It was 64 there yesterday. Oh, in Iowa? Oh, yeah, awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's only 22 here right now, but, but relief is on the way. And I got heat receipts. Even if it's cold, even in Florida, it's bad. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, the broadcasters, the national broadcasters, like all of them, they all agreed. They said that this winter is going to be one of the craziest winters they've ever seen in years, because the polar vortex has not gone down that far in a long time. And it's a sign of the times, guys, of that changes are on the way, and we really got to be, we got to be careful with stuff. That's why I say that those, there were those that didn't believe that they were going to get that much snow, or they didn't believe that snow was even going to go down to where they were. Yeah. And were they in for a surprise? And there's those that say, it actually snowed, and it's in a place where it snowed. What do I do now? What do I do? Had you been prepared, you would already known what to do. Had your city been prepared, you would have already known what to do. But unfortunately, even this city here wasn't prepared, because this city never goes red in the travel. And they were red for 4 days. 4 days. I missed a couple of days of my W-2 because the city was red, because they weren't prepared. They weren't prepared for this much snow this fast. And there were a lot that weren't. And that's why I said at the beginning of the year, this is a year of preparation. If you're not prepared, you're going to be behind. And you don't want to be behind. Okay, we're going to park up here, over by the Taco Bell, and we're going to sign in to the next one here, and maybe we'll get an Uber. So, yeah, 16 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's 23 here. I don't know if it's going to give above freezing today or not, but I know it is tomorrow. Okay, so since I still can't go over there because I don't want to climb over snow, that'll be melting soon. All right, we're going to go ahead here. I'm going to go ahead and see. We should be, all right, 98. That's real close. All right, we'll put this back in here. Ma Dukes is there. All right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Ma Duke's here, guys. Her city had 2 feet of snow. 2 feet. That's a lot of snow now. That is a lot of snow. Here, we're going to shut this off at this point because it is getting a little warm in here. All right, so, alrighty. All right. See, United States of Democracy. Yep, welcome in. Yep, expedition life. We were in Franklin. We're now in Shelbyville. We're here for a couple of hours. And, yep. Okay. Okay, so we're in Shelbyville right now. Here we go. Go ahead and log in here. Yep, it says 2 minutes. Well, I got an indication they said it was busy, so, but we'll see. All right. And I'm not just going to have them on at this point. We're also going to turn Uber on too, because now, oh, we got an order already. Which one? Hold on. Of course. Of course. Miller Avenue. Why not? They love to send me to Miller Avenue. The one that doesn't have, the one that is usually missing the most items. Of course you want to send me there. Oh well. DoorDash thought, hey, you already got 1 tea. Maybe you need it. Maybe you need the next one. Then you're out of the game. It's a different city though too. Plus, the tea is already gone because that first tea is already gone. And why? Because we got BPD Hustler to 500. So that tea is gone. No. Yeah, that tea's gone away because of that. No, I didn't have to take the order. You're right, I didn't. But it's not that bad though. It's $6 for 3.8 miles. So it's not that bad an offer at all. I mean, the $6 is good. But a lot of those miles is going there. So it's not a loss at all, really. It's like Chuck from Dashing Across America would say, which is the reason why I have a channel in the first place. He would say, pay no attention to the miles because a lot of those miles is just going over there. So you're really not losing anything. Yeah. But I appreciate that, though. Yeah, you're right. I didn't have to take it. But now tonight I do. Tonight, because it's a contest tonight between Illinois and Indiana, whenever there's a contest, it's all orders accepted on DoorDash. Not necessarily on Uber, but on DoorDash. All orders accepted. Yeah. Not bad. I hope they get the stuff right. I say, well, I hope that they have it too. Yeah. I mean, if you're able to take a picture of something, if there's an empty shelf, if you're able to take a picture of the, the tag on the shelf and they see that it's empty, they accept that. Okay. But if you don't have one of those tags and they're out of something, then they use that against you, which is why I had to dump that other order today, because that was going to be used against me, even though it wasn't my fault. Because it's just like London Bradley said in the, in the thumbnail, an unstocked store is still the Dasher's fault. That's the concept. That's what, is said about it. All this is, it's a shopping incentive. But I mean, if the store is out of something and you can't, and you're unable to get the, you're still unable to, to get the order. If there's no tag, they use it against you. And it's almost as if they're inadvertently saying that your customer is the only person that is entitled to whatever it is that store has. And if they're out, if other customers in town buy it, too bad. Yeah. You still lose. It's still your fault, Dasher. It's still your fault. We have to punish you. We have to punish you because the item's not on the shelf. It's almost like Charlie the Brash Dasher said one time. He said, they expect the Dasher to be at that store 24/7 and stock the shelves to make sure that customer gets that offer. I mean, I know that's a satire way of saying it, but he's right. That's almost in essence what you're inadvertently saying. If you're not there to make sure that that item's on the shelf, then it's your fault. That's what the thinking is. And it's a logical thinking because there is such a thing, sold out. Okay. Sold out means something. I had a supervisor when I was waiting on tables in a restaurant back in 1995. One of the supervisors said that when the customer is, if they're out of something, you always tell them you're sold out of it. If you tell them they're sold out of it, then the customer takes it differently, because the customer looks and say, oh, they're sold out of it. Maybe I should have been here earlier, or maybe other customers have a popular product that's popular and other guys like it. Well, it's I guess if I get it, I get it. If I don't, well, then if it's sold out, then I guess I got to live with it. But if you tell them they're just out, then the customer is going to be like, why are you out? Are you just saying it because you don't want to serve me, or that? Are you just saying it just to to cover yourself? That's what the supervisor said. It can be taken that way. But if you say sold out, they'll take it different. So those of you servers out there, those of you that are servers out there, that's what was said to me. Try that. Try that, where they're sold out. And watch what your customer says. Try that. Say that. If you're you just say we're sold out of that. See what your customer's reaction is, and see if you get a different reaction than one where you say, oh, we're out. Watch the difference in reaction, because he said it's a proven fact that if you say sold out instead of out, you'll get a different response. And he's right. I've noticed it. And I've even told customers when shop and deliver orders, those that were okay that I was able to substitute, they're sold out. They take it differently. They do. Because then that means that, that they thinking, oh, well, if they're sold out, maybe I need to order earlier or something, or maybe I need to order at a different time of the day. Good example of that is Aldi. If you're going to order at Aldi, you better order early, or you're not going to get it at night. So, that's for all those in that regard. Okay. Let's see. Camera view is fine. Your camera is crooked. Well, let me see. I'll fix it like that. Is that a little better? There. Is that a little better? Okay. Yeah, sometimes this thing wants to slide down. I don't know why. I do have rubber bands on it, but here, let me see. Let me see if I can fix that here. Yeah, here. All right, let me see. I don't want to lose that. Okay. Put that here. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, there we go. Okay. All right. Let me go shop here real quick, guys. I think it's like 6 items. I'll be right back. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. They actually had everything. All right. Well, probably because it's early. The sergeant's here. We're in Indiana. We're in Shelbyville right now. Shelbyville, yeah. Well, Sergeant, welcome in. All right. Speaking of which, I had a delivery to the National Guard earlier today in Franklin. So yeah, I had one that I delivered there.
Turn left onto Miller Avenue.
So I was glad to take one over there.
Drive west.
Real easily, they just met me right at the door. So real simple. All right.
Turn left onto Miller Avenue.
Yeah, that's
State
what I
Route
thought.
44.
Oh, it'd be so nice if we can get rid of all this snow here so it'd make it a little bit easier to turn. And we can make it look really good again.
Continue on Miller Avenue for a half mile.
Yeah, we're going to street now. All right. Well, welcome in all you guys today. Yeah, we already had something really positive happen today. We got BPD Hustler to 500 subscribers. We did that live. So, and in this channel, when we get somebody to 500 or 1,000, we like to do it the Bill O'Reilly way. We like to do it live. So,
In a quarter mile, bear left onto South Miller Street.
that's how we do it. May have had a loss at the very beginning of the dash, but I know that will be made up at some point. So, okay, so now we got to go to street here as soon as I'm ready to turn. Okay. Somebody's over there, the Lucky Cafe.
Bear left onto South Miller Street. Then, in 400 feet, turn right.
All right, here we go. All right, I'll let them go first. All right. See, Dirty Second Deb is next. Yep.
Turn right onto
Well,
West
so is
Hendrick
Mom
Street.
Dog too. Mom Dog also. We got her as well. So we can get both of them. You know, another two. Yep.
In a quarter
Yeah.
mile.
Mom
103
Dog
West
also.
Hendrick
Mom
Street,
Dog's closer.
Shelbyville, Indiana 46176.
She only needed 35.
USA will be on the right.
She only needed 35. So Mom Dog 72. Yeah. Yeah, I put a post on that earlier. Yeah, I got Heat Miser on there, and I've got Mom Dog near the top of the other side where I had BPD Hustler and BPD Hustler on the left side, Mom Dog 72 on the right side, and then Dirty Stack and Deb on the top. You'll see the post that I put out. You'll see Heat Miser mentioning that. So yeah. So check out that post and you'll see. Yeah, Mom Dog 72. That's where it is. Mom Dog 72. She's at 3. She was at 465. She needed 35. She's closer than Deb. Okay, this is a frequent customer, but oh man, am I
103 West Hendrick Street, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the right.
Well, I can't park there. Well, I can. Well, the only thing I can do would be this. I don't like that idea because I don't want to be in the street, but I think I can just barely get through here. All right, right there. I still made it. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah, this is a frequent customer, by the way. Okay, so we got that. So we went to that Dollar General. Now we're going to the Broadway Street Dollar General. That's $5 for 2 miles. So L310. I mean, so check out Mom Dog. Yeah, she only needs 35 more. Yep. Okay, 35 more in Dirty Stack and Dib. Okay. We can get them there, guys. Okay. We already have a $25 drawing tonight. So, all right. We already have that. So, if we get all three, then we'll have seven. You'll see the drawing tonight will be $75. So, someone could be $75 richer tonight if we could just get all three of them there. The triple challenge, the Heat Miser triple challenge. That's what we do it. And I know there's a lot of towns, a lot of cities and states that want to see Heat Miser right now. This one included.
In a quarter mile, 315 East Broadway.
I mean, let's face it. He's just as much hated as there is, but I think you know that you would appreciate his services right now. And again, guys, if if you don't know those two characters, Heat Miser, Snow Miser, definitely, we know it's not time now. We had it 2 months ago. They come from the show The Year Without a Santa Claus. So if you have not seen that, if your kids haven't seen it, definitely check that out because your kids will love it. It's a really good one. So and then you will know that those two characters, that's where they came from. So I just thought I'd let y'all know that. So, all right, we're here to the Broadway Street one now. So we'll go in here and we'll see if they have everything. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. Heat Miser triple threat bet. Yep. All right, they had all the items there. One I had to scan like 2 or 3 of them to get a scan that worked all right. Because then I would have, because if I could find none of one that would scan, then I would have had to issue a second T. I didn't want to do that, but I mean, even though it would have been a second T, it would only be a first one because the first one was overridden by getting BPD Hustler to 500. So, all right. Already checked it out a while ago. Dang, what are we even watching? I said we're going to see YouTube Eden, Wisconsin. Jason, yeah. So Wisconsin is in the is still in the tournament, by the way. So, okay. I never get to go see. Some of these places I haven't seen yet, so I'm trying to figure out where to go to get there. Let's see. Where is it going to tell me? All right. Let's see. Directions. What's it say?
Drive east, then turn left.
Okay. Let's go over there. All right. So I turn right here.
Turn right onto East Broadway Street, State Route 44.
All right. Yep. There's filling a shopping order. Yeah, I had to do it. Yeah, I mean, see, I've had this is like my 4th shopping order today. Yeah. I had 2 Myers, $2 General. So, usually around this time, though, you're going to get more shopping than anything. So, all right.
Continue on State Route 44 for 1 mile.
Okay, so where we're going is not that far, so that's a good thing. It says 5 minutes away, so, all right. Yeah, I mean, I would have been back a lot sooner, but I had, of the product that I got, I had to keep scanning until I got a barcode that finally worked right. Even the barcode that was at the barcode, before you got to the box area, it wouldn't even scan that. So I just had to keep, scanning throughout the box to try to find one that would scan right. That was frustrating, but, finally got it done. So, yeah. All right.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto East Michigan Road.
Okay.
Turn right onto East Michigan Road.
Yeah, we'll see where this is. All right.
Continue for 1 mile.
All right. Oh, okay. I know where this is. It's right past the light. Yeah. I think this is the road that I think I should have taken when I went to Carthage. They should have had me go on this road, and I could have taken this road all the way down. Then I could have turned off of that one road and gone straight down using that road instead of the roads they took me to go to Carthage. That was just crazy. Yeah. You're pretty busy. Hey, Colleen, welcome in. Yeah. Yeah, Colleen, Oregon's still in it. They're tied with Rutgers, so they're go Wednesday night. So, yep. I just hope you're feeling better. I mean, you've been kind of in and out of going through some days where you don't feel all that great, and just hope you're feeling better. Yeah. Yeah, Ma doesn't care about her channel that much. She's more helping us. You know, and that's what we appreciate her so much for. She's, you know, she doesn't just help me, she helps a whole bunch of us. And one of those that she definitely helps, you know, that I really knew about her from was Devious Dasher. He goes by Sloth now, I think.
Turn left onto Blue Ridge Road.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. Yeah, this road I should have taken to Carthage, not the roads that they took me to.
In a quarter mile.
Because this takes you all the way
Orchard Lane.
to the one area past there. So, yeah, I don't know why they didn't take me this road. It would have saved me so much trouble. Yeah, I wouldn't have known about them if it wasn't for Devious Dasher.
Orchard Lane. Then, in 300 feet, 2914 East Blue Ridge Orchard, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the left.
Okay, so I guess it's, yeah, I got to slow down here because, you know, I don't want to get in the thing here. Oh, there it was.
Drive southwest on Blue Ridge Road. Then turn right onto Orchard Lane.
Okay.
Drive southwest on Blue Ridge
So
Road.
we're just going to do
Then turn
this.
right
So
onto
I'll
Orchard
turn around
Lane.
here, now I
Drive
see
east
it.
on Blue Ridge Road for 1.5 miles.
Okay, I just got to wait for this person to get out so I can back up. All right. Yeah, see where the orchard is here. Okay, right here.
Drive southwest on Blue Ridge Road. Then turn right onto Orchard Lane.
Okay, here we go.
2914 East Blue Ridge Orchard,
Yep,
Shelbyville,
right there.
Indiana 46176. USA is on the left.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to have to use your guys' driveway, so. All right. All right, be right back. All right, the shopping continues. $10 for 5.5 miles. All right. Man, that's nothing but shopping here. Well, we're going to Kroger now. It's only 9 items, though, so it's not that much. So that'll work for me. Kevin, welcome in, Kevin. Yeah. Okay. We're going to go over there to Kroger. Well, it'd be nice when all this icy stuff here melts too. This is what I went through when I did the when Northwestern went to Laurel yesterday. Each day with Dean. Ooh, Clean of the Flame Hustle. She's back. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that for Dean. All right. I already know where to go to Kroger, so I already know how to get to Kroger, so let's do that for Dean. And here we go. All right. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. I had to, I had a little call that I had to pick up there. Oh man, Kroger's busy. Whoo, man. Kroger's busy here. Yeah, they're busy. Okay. Yeah, they're busy. Well, luckily I only need 9 items, so yeah. Okay. I can just take that cart right there because that's all I really need is a small cart. Okay. Let's see here. I can look at the items. Let's see what they need here. Hold on. What are they? Let's see. Okay, so that's produce. Oh, that's not going to take it all. 9 items, 4 of them is 1 item. Okay, I'll be right back. right. Well, I had an issue with an item that, they changed the name of a product, and then I tried to scan it. It's the same thing, but they changed the name of the product, and they still said it was wrong. It still said it was wrong, and wouldn't allow me to, since I couldn't find the barcode of that anymore because the name changed. Well, now they're going to use that against me, so I'm going to have to call support and argue that one. But so that's going to issue a, because that's going to cost me. That's going to issue a T. Yep. Oh man, I didn't want to have to do this, but I guess I'm going to have to. So now they want me to go back in here and shop for this person before I even go and drop this other guy off. Well, I guess if I'm already here, I might as well.
South.
So he's just going to have to wait now. Okay, well, but I'm still going to have to do this though. Yeah, I have to do this, guys. Yeah, it's going to be funny though, because this is the infamous thing that happened in, in 1980, February 23rd, 1985. Yeah. I got to wait for this to happen though, but I'm already here. Now this guy's expecting me to drop this off because I just cleared it, and now I get this order here. Okay. Okay.
And the honors shooting the technicals. Looky here. Bobby Knight just threw his chair clear across the free throw lane. And I think Fred unbelievable. He picked up another tee.
Yep, that's the second tee. The first one was erased, but because of that. But I had to do that there. See, back then, a coach could get 3, and then it changed to 2. I think like 2 or 3 years later. But you could get 3 back then. But I had to issue the second one, but I had to make it the funny one. The most infamous thing that ever happened as far as college basketball is concerned. All right, let me go shop for this other person here. I know this guy's probably waiting. I said, "Where's he at?" I said, "Doing another shop." All right, I'll be right back. right, well, that shopping order was easy. Just wish the other one was, but, you know, oh, I gotta take a picture of that receipt. Just wanted to get out here first. Okay. This other guy's probably wondering. I said, hey, where's my stuff at? And I think, well, they asked me to go do this first. Oh, man. Jeez. Whew. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm going to have to argue with the AI about the fact that they no longer sell that product, but yet, you know, so I got to see what the AI says when I tell them. I say, well, they don't carry that product anymore, and I couldn't scan it, and so there wasn't a barcode, but yet you're going to punish me for it, and I got to see what they say. You know, and then I'm going to tell them, you know, that I lost $25 because of your illogical, insanian program that you have that punishes dashers for things that are beyond our control. I want to see what the AI says about that. Because I really am going to let him have it today. Because I know Bobby Knight himself would have. Stuff like that can get any dasher fired up. Yeah. Because it's absolutely ridiculous. The program that they have that punishes you for things that are absolutely beyond your control. And if they no longer carry something, but yet you can't scan it, and then they ask you, I say, well, where's the barcode? And if you don't have it, they say, oh, they don't have the barcode? Well, that's your fault. You know, it's your fault they don't have the barcode. So we're going to punish you anyways. So, you know, I mean, they said, you know, you don't get a thing. If you don't have the barcode, sorry, Dasher, you're punished for it. Sorry. Yeah, we have to reduce your shopping rate. And if you lose your incentive, sorry, you know, that's our rules. You know, whether it's your control or not, it's our policy. You know, that's why I had to issue the second T and do it the way that I did. Yeah. Yeah. When I do this kind of stuff, you know, I send a message.
State Route 44.
Because it makes sense doing it the way you do it, because it's frustrating. And all of us dashers that do these shopping orders, when we have stuff like this that's beyond our control, but yet we're going to be punished for it, when it's definitely beyond our control because of an insanian program, which this is, that I've said time and time again, it needs to be dropped, period. Just drop it. Just leave us dashers alone. Let us shop the way that we shop. You know, if we do something stupid ourselves, then that's, you know, then that's one thing. But when you have us, when there's something that happens, they change a product and they say they don't carry it anymore, but yet we can't scan it. They say, oh, you don't do that? Okay, well, then we have to punish you. Then you have to go through support, and then you have to wait like 2 weeks for them to take that off your record. They have to investigate, because they have to call and make sure that what you're saying is true, because DoorDash never believes you. They're always going to believe the customer and never you. You have to go through the complete third degree and wait 2 weeks for it. Now, I usually don't get bent out of shape or anything like that, but when it comes to something like this, so I already lost $25 today because of this stupid program. Yeah. And now I'm losing part of a shopping rate because of this. I mean, it won't put me under yet, but it's still the concept. Yeah. And I really am anxious to see what the AI is going to say about that. When I tell them what an illogical, insanian program you have here, yeah. Hey, 30-second Dev, hey, we're going to try to get you. I mean, I know you got a long road to climb, but we're trying to do the triple threat tonight. We already got BPD Hustler there. We're trying to get Mom Dog and you too. Call it the Heat Miser triple threat. That's what we want to do. I mean, we're going to get as many for you as we can, because we got to get you there. Oh, I'm going that way? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, well, if that's the case, then I better get over here. Yeah. Well, you're welcome. We already got BPD Hustler there. Now, you and Mom Dog, you guys are close too. You know, and Yvonne is also over 400, so we're going to work on her as well. So, but we already did it live today with BPD Hustler. We already did it live. So, that took away the first T. So, yeah. I mean, we had the second one, but I had to play it the way I did it because that one was extremely frustrating, you know, because I know very well they're going to punish me over that, and, you know, and I had to vent my frustration out that way. And that was the perfect way to do it, because that's exactly how it would have been handled in 1985 on the basketball floor.
Turn left onto East Glen Street.
No, we're going to Mechanic Street because you can't turn over there. Going to Mechanic.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto East Mechanic Street. Turn left onto East Mechanic Street.
You'll get there, Deb. No worries. I said, you know, yeah, I said, I mean, I know that, you know, it takes a little time. I can't go. You're going to have to move. Okay. Yes, everybody will get there.
Continue for a half mile.
But the closer we get, the better, you know, the better it's going to be. The closer you get, the faster you'll get there, even if it's at a later time. I mean, it's just a challenge. You know, that's what it is. If we can do it, somebody's going to, you know, someone from the membership is going to win. You know, one's already there. It's $25. We get two, it's $50. We get all three of you, it's $75. That's what somebody will win tonight. It's just like Yosemite Sam would say when it comes to my channel, you know, say giving away, giving away $25 or whatever the increments that you do. You know, he does it because he loves the people. That's exactly how Yosemite Sam would say it. Oh, that's nice. All right. All right.
Turn right onto North Tompkins Street, then turn left.
Okay, so there's that one there. Okay. Now, where are we at over here?
Turn left onto West Pennsylvania Street. Then you will arrive at 108 West Pennsylvania Street, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176, USA.
Well, I could have turned on Pennsylvania Street too, but well, however you want to do it, it's whatever.
You have arrived at 108 West Pennsylvania Street, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176, USA.
Okay. Okay, which one are here? Okay, it's the second one. Stairwell is at the very left side of the building. Stairwell door. B. Okay. Stairwell door. So I have to climb stairs with this? I mean, luckily it's not that much stuff, but yeah. All right. All right, now we got to go to the apartment complex up north. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, let's there were two, I mean, it said the stairwell doors to the left. Well, that's what I did there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I can, yeah. They'll be okay with me doing this because there ain't nobody there. Okay, so I got to go back to mechanics so I can turn to the right. All right, so I need to get over here. Okay. Yeah, I got to get back to Mechanic Street. I appreciate you, letting me go there, but because kind of in a hurry. This guy's waiting on his groceries, and he had to wait for A, for me to shop for this person, and then B, for me to drop it off first. And luckily, hopefully he has the patience. Because I know it might be hard for some people to have patience, but it's, but whatever. I mean, sure, he's got to be wondering, because especially that one time. That was the Minnesota dash that I did that one day. Yeah, you were gonna roll that. I figured. Yeah, that's what they do here. They roll stops. Oh yeah, Tapatio and Scary Larry. Yeah, if you would have seen that you should report. Yeah, Tapatio and Scary Larry. That right there. Rolling stops. That you report. You report that. That's something you report. Yeah, I remember you guys. Yeah, I don't forget. I don't forget those that come on the live and say that stuff. I don't forget. I remember. I don't necessarily have the memory of an elephant, but there's definitely some things I can remember. Oh, there's Rodolfo again. Where am I? We're in Shelbyville right now. I'm about to take an order to this apartment complex up here that I go to a lot. Yeah. Yeah, Rodolfo, I think you were there when, weren't you there when Tapatio and Scary Larry were talking about my, about what they thought was treacherous driving? I think you were there. Yeah. Where is Shelbyville? It's southeast of Indianapolis, about 35 miles southeast. Yeah, 35 miles southeast of Indianapolis. The only reason, I moved around to this area, was the fact that my W-2 is down here. And it only takes me just a few minutes to get to work. Compared to when I used to live in the Edinburgh, Columbus area, it took me over 35 minutes to get to work. And I kind of got tired of that drive. So, I just wanted to move a little closer. And even though I still lost 2 days of work when we got all this snow because the town was red. And and if the town's red, you can't go or do anything. Ma's there to take care of everything as usual. Very much appreciated, Mom. As always. Yeah. What's a red town? It wasn't a red town. It was when we got all that snow in 2 days. It was the red was a travel warning. The travel warning, that means
drive north on North Riley Highway,
which means that if the travel area is red, that means that no one is allowed on the road except emergency personnel. Yeah. If it's orange, it's only if it's orange, then it's only really work essential, or if you absolutely have to. Okay. Then if it's yellow, you basically can do it. Just be cautious. But if it's red, no one's on the road. No one's allowed on the road except emergency personnel only. And if you're caught on the road, you pay a hefty fine. And I wasn't about to pay that fine. So, and they allowed you to be excused from work. That's an excuse. Because what do you do? Because not only can you get fined, but your employer can also get fined for making you go to work, in dangerous conditions. Both of you can pay a fine. Yeah. Hey, Alperex, welcome. All right. Yep. Oh, sorry. I apologize for this, sir, for being a little bit late. But, yeah, they put another shopping order on me and made me deliver that first. I'd be a little... I guess you have more patience than what I know a lot of people would have.
46176. USA will be on the left. 1723 Tallworth Road.
Okay, right over here.
Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the left.
All right, well, at least I can park in a good spot. Okay. All right, finally here. All right, let's see, what are you? Which one? Oh, downstairs, good. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Okay. All right, I'm up here on this side of town, which I really don't care for. And the fact is, I hadn't even turned Uber on today. I've been so busy with DoorDash and shopping, there's no way I would have been able to do Uber anyway. So I guess we'll save Uber for tonight. I would think tonight there would be some Ubers because of it being the Super Bowl. So we'll see. This should be a very interesting evening tonight with Indiana versus Illinois versus Indiana. It should be very, very interesting. If last night's was interesting with the fact that it's the Super Bowl, and I've asked them over there in Rushville, are you ready? And they said, oh yeah, it's always busy. Okay. Well, that's what I expect when I go there. I'm already scheduled, for that area. So let's go do it. Uber drunks. Yeah, possibly. I've only had one Uber since I was there, and the one I got that was last night. Yeah. Started out as, it's $2 base pay, but it started out as a $12 tip. Well, he gave me an extra $14 tip. So I ended up with $26 just for a couple of pizzas. But it's all the way you deliver. It's how you speak to customers, and it's how you carry yourself as a deliverer. You try to act as professional as you can. Even though a lot of people say, well, you don't have to be professional when you drive. No, you don't. But it pays. And how did I learn that it pays? From Chuck Dashing Across America. He's the one that taught me this. He's the one that helped me get more tips. He's the one that created my channel. Dashing Across America. I know he has not been around for a long time, because he got tired of doing it all the time and is enjoying his retirement mode, but he might pop in every now and then. But for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Dashing Across America, Chuck, check his channel out, and then you will see why I have a channel today. You will see the reason why I do what I do. You will see the positive, how I gained the positive, all because I learned from him. I mean, could I classify him as a mentor in a sense? Yeah. But I will never be his best protege, because his best protege is Mary's gigs. He said that on a Wednesday Night Live at one time. He said that Mary was his best protege. And he was ever so proud of her the day she reached her 1K. I remember that too. I remember the day she got it. Yeah, Chuck helped so many. He helped me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And if you get tired of doing it, I get it. Because he didn't have to do it. He's fully retired. He does, he needs to enjoy himself. He don't need to be out here slaving at this stuff. Yeah. It's time for those that, that followed him and that he helped. It's time for them to, to take the reins. It's time for them to, to be the baton to be passed to. Because there are, like I said, there will be others just like him. That's how we learn. That's how I learned. Yeah. That's why I do what I do. I learned it all from him. I had a 4.67 customer rating at one time. And then after a few times when I got it up to there, I got it, I got it above 4.9, and I did it in like a couple of months or something. Yeah. But I wouldn't have done it, and I might have been deactivated from DoorDash had it not been for his channel, because I had no idea what I was doing wrong and why I was not getting, those bad scores, and he showed me why. Not directly saying it, but by watching how he delivered. And by watching him, that's how I learned. And I've never looked back. And many others, who are dashing today, Terry's just doing her thing is one of them. Yeah, is one prime example. Fran Dash Phoenix is another example. Yeah. There are so many that have learned from him and have their channels because of him. Like she said, Devious Dasher, also another one. Devious was, I think, one of the first ones that he had on there. Yeah. I mean, there are those dashers that come and go, but I guarantee, run the light. No, we don't do that in this town. I said, Sticky, but if you stick with me, you will see those that do. Yeah, you watch me do, dash here in this town, Sticky, you will see those that will run it. Yeah. All you got to do is look, and all my dashes from last year, Sticky, all my dashes from last year during the contest, you will see a number of people run the light. And those that run stop signs and stuff, you'll see it. You'll have hysterics. As a matter of fact, just before I dropped that order off, there was a guy in a blue car that, that rolled past the stop sign. Didn't come to a complete stop, just rolled. That's just as bad. What town is that? Shelbyville, Indiana. They drive recklessly here. They really do. They run stoplights. They run stop signs. They, dart right in front of you. They don't care here. Yeah. So all you got to do is, like I said, you go look at some of my lives from all the Big Ten contests, especially last year, and you will see all that. And you say, hey, that guy did run the light. Hey, that guy ran the light. That guy ran the stop sign. Yeah, you want to laugh? Yeah. Yeah, you'd get all kinds of laughs, because there's a whole bunch that did that throughout the course of the dashes last year. A whole bunch did. And it was mostly here. You're in Boston? Hey, that's where Ma Dukes is. Boston. Right, Massachusetts, right around that area. You guys are neighbors. Indianapolis, the metro. Yeah, Indianapolis is the capital, right in the center. Absolutely. Yep. I'm not there. I don't want to be in Indianapolis. I lived in Indianapolis most of my life. I got tired of it and wanted to go to a rural area because I got fed up with the hustle and bustle of the city. I got tired of the city life. Yeah, I got fed up with it, and I just wanted to do something different. So that's why I came. That's why I went to rural life, because it's a lot simpler. Yes, there's country roads and stuff, and they don't clean the roads off that well, but it's so much better. It really is. Yeah. Well, there are stop signs. I mean, if you look at me going to Laurel yesterday on the northwestern part of the dash, you'll see what I did. And oh yeah, check out the Carthage one. Yeah, you'll see all those roads on the Carthage one. Yeah, you'll laugh on that Carthage. Yeah, that it's near the end of the dash. Yeah, that Carthage run over to that one that Uber customer. Yeah, if you want some laughs, yeah, you'll laugh on that one. I guarantee you. The drive there and the drive back. It was kind of funny. You'll see roads that weren't, roads you're supposed to turn on that weren't even plowed. Yeah. Yeah, you'll get a laugh out of that one. Definitely. Yeah, you want to see some really adventurous stuff and frustrating stuff? Yeah, check that out. That Carthage one, yeah, you'll see what kind of a trip that was. The Laurel trip yesterday, yeah, both of those. I mean, even one is. Oh man. Well, we're gonna stick it out here for a few minutes, and if I, because if I don't get anything after this, I'm gonna probably go ahead and call this live here, because we got the big one tonight in Rushville at 4 o'clock. That's about 3.5 hours away. I've got a couple of things that I've got to stop and get here before I go down there. Yep. Yeah, the big one tonight in Rushville, 4 o'clock. The 1989 rematch of the century. Yeah. 4 o'clock tonight in Rushville. And you'll see what I'm talking about. The real reason why we're having this dash tonight is because of what happened in the last part of the Illinois dash, where Dashing Goose is saying, there on the thumbnail, after further review, the result is true. Because it was the truth. Indiana got 173. Illinois fought a hard battle. But we thought they tied Wisconsin, but the guy gave a $2 extra tip, and then Illinois got 173. It was like Nick Anderson hitting the three-pointer. They beat Indiana in 1989 with that three-pointer, but it was almost the same concept. It's like he did it again to tie Indiana to go to, to do a tiebreaker with the three-pointer. It's almost the same thing, and I had to use it that way. You're curious, why he comes on a random live, tell the person who endangers others and lies and break the law? Yeah, that's like, yeah. There's just some that just think that, that it's okay. But the fact is, all they have to do, if they're into that kind of stuff, all they got to do is watch the people drive here. Because I do. Yeah. I see the way they drive here. And that's why I'm careful. I've never been any more of a defensive driver than I've ever been since I've been here. And you think in Indianapolis is really terrible. But this town is worse than Indianapolis will ever be. I guarantee you that. This town is worse than Indianapolis will ever be when it comes to driving. And I don't like to say that because I just don't like to say it. because it's kind of disappointing, because I live around this area. It's very disappointing to say, because I know we can do better. We got to learn to look out for one another. I mean, if you're late for work, that's on you. You don't need to punish other people by driving recklessly and having near misses and stuff. That's not fair to those, who are on time, or those who are just going by their merry way, all because you're late. If you have a habit of being late, try one time maybe to get up a little earlier and get an earlier start, and you won't have to worry about that. Yeah. It makes it so much easier for everybody. Yeah. I mean, I know there are those that, that have a habit of, of being late or whatever, or sometimes there's situations happen to where you can't help it, but if you do it on a regular basis, you might want to start changing the way you do things so that you don't endanger the rest of us. When it comes to me going to my W-2, even though, I'm a little close by, I still get there as early as I can. Why? Because you don't know what's on the road. You have no idea if you're going to run into a delay or something, because there's delays all the time. And if you're not watching the news like I don't, or you're not paying attention to, to something, then you just don't know. And then all of a sudden you come up on a delay and you'd be like, oh, man, I should have left earlier. That's why you got to be careful. That's why you got to plan ahead. That's what I said at the beginning of the year. This is a year of preparation, a year of planning, a year of trying to get, figure things out, to where you're not prepared and that you're stuck. I said that at the beginning of the year, when, on the Illinois Live. I said that on the live before that, the USC Live. Yeah. Hey, 99 Night Saw. Okay, well, while we're here, let's see, I got a couple minutes. I'm just going to wait out a couple minutes here. All right, let me go ahead and check this, because, it's kind of slowed down. It always does around this time, so, and that's okay. Because I think a lot of these orders today are shop orders, and, yeah, I think that's where we're at. All right, let me check this here, see where everybody is. Okay. And let's see. Right here. Okay. See where everybody stands at this point. Okay. Okay, it looks like see, Dirty Stacking Deb's still the same as she was when she okay. Mom Dog. Okay, Mom Dog went up 4. That's good. Okay, that's progress. Okay. And BPD Hustler is still at 5. So we got to try to, we got to try to, pad her, guys. That's, that's what we got to do. We got to help these guys out. They're, they're wanting to get to the next step and get to, get to their monetization. That's what this channel is all about. Helping others grow, helping others get to monetization status so that they can, help the progress. So they have families too, just like I do. We all have families. We all have, things that we have to accomplish, and whatever we can do to help one another get there, it takes all of us. It really does. It takes all of us. And that's why I say we're all in this together. That's my slogan. We're all in this together. And we all take that concept to heart, and be like Eric Clapton says, if I could change the world, and I would be the sunlight in your universe, and, like that. If we all thought that way and acted that way, just imagine what kind of world we'd live in. There wouldn't be any of this fear. There wouldn't be any of this arguments or wars or anything like that if we all just felt that way. We would see things differently and know that we all have a purpose, because we do. We all have a purpose. Everyone has a purpose here. Everyone has their goals. And sometimes we might need each other or encounter someone that can help us get there. Yeah. That's why if we put our differences aside and see maybe that one person could be that one person that gives us what we need. And then you think, hey, if I changed the way I thought, if I didn't change the way I thought, then this person, I may not have what I have because it was that one person that got you there. And prime example, if you haven't seen the movie, check it out because you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Mr. Baseball. Someone from a different culture saw the heart of a player who everybody didn't want anymore. He saw the heart. He said, if I can develop that heart and get him to see it for himself, he'll be better than he was in his prime. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, guys, I got to get going myself because it's 12:30. I've got a big, we got a big deal going on tonight. The Illinois, Indiana. I'm going to go ahead and post that up starting at 4 o'clock. So, get ready for that tonight. That's going to be huge. The Super Bowl tonight. I don't know which one you have, whether you choose the Patriots or the Seahawks. So you enjoy the game. So if you get a chance to come and see my dash tonight, I'd appreciate it. So, guys, what I'm going to do is Net Falcon. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Well, I'm about to get off here, guys. So until later on tonight at 4 o'clock, if you guys get a chance to see me here in Rushville, until then, I will see you in the future. And remember, we're all in this together.